Hi, I'm going to talk to you about the movie Wall Street that came out in September of 2010. And this movie was said to be a bad omen on the United States because what it's about is the crash of Wall Street. If you've seen the first one, great. I haven't seen the first one in such a long time, but the second one, I just wanna point out that it was actually made by the Masons. They're behind the making of it, and I'm going to prove it to you through many symbols and many pictures in the movie that are Masonic. The Masons work on symbolism and imagery. What you're looking at right now is a picture in the end of the movie. It's a calendar of May and June of 2010. This is after the credits. This is just one of the very subtle hints in the movie. Now, for those of you who don't know, the movie was first scheduled to come out in May of 2010, but they postponed it because there was so much heat around the movie of it being a market movie. So Masons already knew it was a Masonic movie, so everyone's looking for clues to get their inside scoop of the market. And this is the reason why, because in the Dow, or rather in May of 2010, the Dow Jones took a 1,000 point plummet, which was majorly significant. So they postponed the movie till September, which is much after the drop in the Dow Jones. I want to talk to you about the imagery and the symbolism in the movie. The Masons work on pretty much everything the Masons do, whether it's a picture, symbol, whatever, number even, comes right out of the Bible. In this case, all the numbers up till 7 come right out of the Bible from the book of Genesis. 7 is the number of completion. So right here off the bat we have many sevens. I skipped the first bout of 7 because I want to go back to it to make my point at the end of this movie. But here's the first bout of 7s of a man walking down in the subway. Now you may think it's common to see the 77th Street, whatever, but it is not. There are so many 7s in the movie, and I just want to show you a clip of a very quick montage in the middle of the movie. I had to screen cap this, download the movie and screen cap it because it's like a half a second shot of a 777. Just watch the clip.
On Wall Street, with shares of the major financial stocks plummeting. It's triggering a major sell-off in the markets. The damage widespread.
Okay, here we've got a freeze frame of one of the middle 777s. Again, this is just Masonry 101 saying, hey, we're here, we're doing this movie. But the number 7 is a number of completion. If you go back to old movies such as Clueless or whatever, the Masonic movie, they actually have numbers that go back to 666. And when black and white movies were made, they were doing 555s. The reason for this is because of something that's coming down the pipe, and there's a year that this is going to happen, and I'm going to show it to you at the end of this clip. In the same montage that I just showed you here, it goes forward. It's irrelevant, the whole montage, but they do flash a picture of a bull, and the bull to the uninitiated doesn't really mean squat, but to the initiated it symbolizes Mithra slaying the bull, as you're looking at right here. It's just more imagery. This picture you're looking at right now is actually taken directly out of Vatican Hall. This is in the Catholic Vatican Hall, St. Peter's Basilica. Here's more picture symbolism. That's the Star of David on the table. This is another scene, separate scenes. I think there was 2 or 3 of these scenes in the movie. 2 different scenes, same table, same Star of David. Here's the bad guy in the movie. He's sitting on a black and white zebra print chair. Usually Masonry black and white is checkered. It doesn't always have to be. I think I actually have a picture in my channel of the Masonic floor, the Masonry halls. But it doesn't always have to be checkered. Here is another quick clip of the movie.
Saturno de Basuigo. Boy had painted 15 black paintings late in his life. 14 of them are on view in the Prado. This is the missing 15th. Early sketch for Saturn devouring his son.
Okay, Saturn devouring the sun is just mocking the Bible. Saturn, and to the initiated, represents Satan. You can find all this out on Google. So Saturn, or Satan, devouring the sun is just mocking the Son of God. And as you can see right here, it's the same bad guy character in the movie. This is right after that scene I just showed you. He's staring at the Garden of Eden. This is more biblical imagery. In fact, there's tons more. I'm just kind of going through really fast. Go rent the movie, and you'll be more aware of it now. There's only if you've read the Bible, that is, because there's tons of biblical imagery. Moving forward, after this, I want to show you a scene. Pay attention to the railings on the left. Okay, it's a very boring scene, but really pay attention to the railings. I'll freeze frame it at the end. This is very big.
Carry it? Nice sleeping easy?
Oh, he woke me up last night. Yeah.
Kenna?
It's just an old photograph. There's nothing to hide.
Okay, we'll freeze frame it right here. This is right before the credits. This is the Shia LaBeouf's fade out scene here. That's a pine cone on the railing. I showed you all railings were the same except for this one. The pine cone is major Masonic imagery. It represents the pineal gland inside your brain. So every time you see old gods holding a pine cone, that's what it represents. That's what they worship. It's also known as your third eye. So there's the pine cone, Shia LaBeouf, and here's it inside your brain. And right here are more pictures of the pine cone in Vatican Square. If you don't know anything about Catholicism and Masons, they go hand in hand. So again, just that's the pine cone, and that's what's happening around the world. An awakening experience of this pine cone. It's the whole 2012 thing. I know it's out there. I know it's crazy and kooky, but it's true. And I want to give you a date, and I want to give you a message. Now, if you remember at the beginning of the movie, I talked to you about the number sevens and all that stuff. 7 and Masons go hand in hand. But if you also remember, I said the movie came out in 2010. Now, what you're looking at right here is the very beginning of the movie. It says 7 years later after 2008. So like I said, the movie comes out in 2010. Usually movies do 2010, 7 years later, current, present day, whatever. But this one does not. And this may be coincidence, but hopefully I prove to you that it's not. If not, rent the movie. There's more symbolism for proof. Anyways, 2008 plus 7 is obviously 2015. And this is a date significant because this is the instruction of what's going to happen at the end of the movie, the message. So what's going to happen at 2015? Well, I need to explain something first. Masons and watchmakers go hand in hand. In fact, almost, I'd say 95% of them, and walk into any clockmaker. I'm not talking your Sears and Bay clockmakers. I'm talking an actual clockmaker with gorgeous watches and clocks in their shops. I guarantee you they're Mason run. Most of their messages come through watches, time, and stuff like that. So that being said, let's go to the very last picture in the entire movie, a picture of a watch. It's ticking away, and the time is 10:25. This is the last clip, the last scene of credits in the entire movie. The time's 10:25, and this is a Scaffuzia watch. This is the pinnacle of watches. All they're saying with the Scaffuzia is, we are saying a message right here. This is a message. You know that we're doing this movie. This is one of our watches. The time is 10:25. Look up the time in your Masonic hall and get with the program. So what time is it? It's 10:25. And what does that message mean? Masons deal heavily with books, and this is the book of the message of the movie. 1025 is about the memoirs of the communist infiltration into the church. I recommend going to buy this book. If you'll also note the picture that you're looking at right now, the building artistry, which Masons do all the time, it's common. The top of it even looks like a pine cone. That's St. Peter's Basilica. It's just the way the Masons build their buildings. Everything means something, and that's what the top of the building means. Represents the pine cone. Anyways, back to the message. This is the message. Something's going to happen in 2015. Something will blow up. I believe 2012 through 2018 are going to be major significant years. But I believe 2015 is the pinnacle of those years. So pay attention, keep your eyes peeled, and if the Pope does something with communism, you'll know that you got it first from this message through the Wall Street, the movie Wall Street Money Never Sleeps, through me. And I will see you soon. God bless.